There he is, the man of your dreams.
He'll live here with us forever. It's like you're marrying both of us, David. Me and Mama.
The movie's based on a true story of a bunch of people in 1997 that pulled off the second largest cash heist in US history. The first time that I saw one of the interviews with David Gant and hearing his side of the story and how things went down, he was such an interesting person and felt like he was kind of the guy that was always underestimated by everybody. And he had a big heart as well. You could tell that he was just a good person. My first interaction with David Gant, I called him and told him about the movie and what we were doing, and really wanted his input and wanted him to be involved and be on the set. And we were fortunate enough to have him here for the whole shoot, which has been so much fun. And he's, every day told us how, every detail of the heist and how it went down. And it's been so much fun to have him here. He's just been a part of the crew and part of the family. I don't think you cannot look at Zach's hair in the film and not smile. He just looks like if Kenny Loggins and a grizzly bear had a baby. That's kind of what you're looking at. Believe it or not, from the get-go, when I started researching the story, Zach Galifianakis came to mind. And I didn't even know at the time that he's actually from North Carolina. And when I found that out, it was even more like, man, he's got to be the guy playing David. One of the great things, the story takes place in North Carolina, and Zach grew up a few hours away from where the actual heist occurred. And he's able to bring a real authentic local flavor to the accent and just how he's portraying the character and in a lot of scenes in the film.
Who y'all want me to kill?
Whoa, Mike. Well, no, we'll talk about it later. Not now, not in front of.
Oh, I see. Is it one of them?
Boys, get upstairs right now. Now.
In the film, we've got Owen Wilson playing Steve Chambers, and he fancies himself the mastermind of the whole heist, and he thinks throughout the film that he's got the best of David Gant, and David Gant is just, a puppet or a drone working for him, and he can cut him off at any time. And at one point in the film, sends a hitman down to kill him, and that backfires. And Owen does such a hilarious job, playing the guy that thinks he knows everything and can manipulate. He's in the film, Owen Wilson plays the master manipulator, but doesn't really have full control of David Gant, even though he thinks that he does.
What would you do with $1 million?
Probably start my own business, Maybe go after some felons or convicts, be a bounty hunter, skip trace or something like that.
We have Kristen Wiig playing Kelly Campbell. She is the love interest of David Gant in the film. She was the one, in the real story that really put the bug in David Gant's ear to go through with the heist, and took advantage of their friendship to pull it off.
Put a cap in their ass.
Get it out! Okay.
Oh, God, Kelly!
Okay, you're good. You're all right.
Okay.
You're okay, but man, you nearly shot yourself a new butthole.
Yeah, went straight down the crack.
Yeah, it feels like it just grazed my biscuits
down
right
the
there
middle.
betwixt them.
I've always been fascinated with criminals that try and outwit people, and fascinated with criminals that are trying to stay a step ahead of the law but fail miserably. I think it's very funny, just people that think that they know more than they do and fall short, and even with the best laid plans, things are out of their control and can go wrong. There were some darker elements to the real story, but for me, it was important to take the cues, just the optimism that the real David Gant has, and his hindsight looking back at what he experienced he has a really good sense of humor about it. And for me, that, you know, how silly and ridiculous a lot of the things that happen were, there were a lot more things to laugh about, you know, some of the real events that occurred than there were darker ones. I mean, you know, they sent a hitman down to try and kill David Gant, but the guy decided not to go through with it, and they became friends, and those elements are so funny and ridiculous to me that that's the tone of what the movie needed to be.